Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another war recap. This war we will be going over entry point. But before we get into that, I have a quick question for all you guys out there. Do you guys even enjoy these war recaps? I've tried to make them a little bit more exciting as of recently with the kind of war themes, but quite frankly, they're some of my lowest viewed videos and they're kind of boring, just, to be honest there. So do you guys want to see them? Would you rather me put out other videos, different content, or do you guys like the war recaps? Let me know. All right. So as you can see there, it was pretty easy war. Sort of a kind of farm war. Uh, Pretty boring. They were just go wipe, go Eva type stuff. Nothing really crazy there. We smashed them 3 stars. Up and down. We had some fun at the top. Tried some different stuff. Didn't go so well. Oh well. All right, entry point. So this is one of the pretty much most decisive things that you have to decide when starting your attack. Where do I enter from? What are the reasons for entering from there? What can I pick up? And I'm only going to show 4 videos because I have to talk a little bit more about each one and why you're entering from a certain side. So Goat here decides that he wants to pick up 2 air defenses, and I helped plan this, so I actually have some insight into this. These 3 air defenses right here, I guess you can see, are the ones that we were kind of targeting. And from this channel right here on the right and this channel right here on the left, you can access, if you come in from this right side, you can access either these 2, or if you come in from the left here, you can access these 2 air defenses via a queen walk, queen charge, whatever you want to call it. So that's what we were considering, and we had to decide which one do we come in. Do we come in from the left or do we come in from the right? One of the detractors to the left side here is 3 storages. So it's going to take a queen quite a bit of time to go through all that. So we're leaning towards the right hand side. But upon looking at it a little bit more, you're going to get the 2 air defenses, which are what we wanted, but there's going to be 2 expos on you, and you can only pick up 1 of them. Plus, the final deciding factor was this air sweeper right here. Not only can you not pick it up, which helps with the back end part La Lune, but it's going to be blowing against your healers the entire time. If you come in on the left side here, you will pick up the 2 air defenses, you'll pick up the sweeper, which won't be blowing against your healers, and you'll pick up the expo. So that was kind of deciding on the entry point. That's something that you're looking for when 2 very similar entry point angles, I guess you could call it. So he goes ahead and starts some wizards and some minions to go ahead and get funneling on those high hit point storage buildings. Down come the queen with the healers on her. She goes ahead. We're going to speed through the beginning of this queen walk. Out comes the clan castle. Rage spell, poisons for it. Boom, boom. Baby drag goes down, walks to the right, picks up the drill, steps forward. Out comes the rest of the clan castle. Raged wall breakers go in, which help take out the wall. Finishes off the balloons. Unfortunately, used the poison spell and didn't get a full clan caster lore, so had to burn the ability there. Otherwise, loon drops would have killed her. Steps up, takes out the first air defense, goes to the right, takes out the wizard tower. Another rage spell. And this was one thing I hadn't really thought about before too. Queen walks actually work really, really well, synergize really, really well with La Lune because of the rages are, if you don't use them on your queen walk, then you can use them on your La Lune port. Down at the bottom here, Suicide King to get the queen, just barely, a kind of unexpected bomb there. And finally, the queen stepped forward and took out the last air defense, and she stays alive and continues to work because the air sweepers aren't fighting her, and just lots of good stuff. So there you go. There's a loon deployment. I won't focus too much on that, but nice loon spread. Queen works. Lots of cleanup. So that was entry point for that one. Like I said, you had the left side, right side, and they were pretty equal, but there were a couple minor differences from each side that led one side to being vastly superior. Even though entering from both sides, you would still pick up 2 AD, which is the ultimate goal, but one side was just much, much safer. And as you can see there too, if you watch it again, I think it was about a minute and a half queen walk or so. So a little bit longer than normal, but if you're picking up quite a bit of value, it's okay. All right. Here we go to number 10 by Biscuit Keeper. Ground attacks is one of the most common, Gavajo, pretty much dominant everywhere. And this is not a fresh hit. If it was, he got crazy lucky, but I don't think it was. I didn't look too hard, though. All of the bombs in this base, though, are between this expo and the air defense. Two are right there. And then right here between the wizard tower and the other expo is the other two. So all four bombs are in these two compartments, which you can connect via a jump spell right here between those. So by coming in from the left-hand side, you pick up all four bombs. Queen's going to jump the wall, clan castle, easiness. So you wouldn't know that on an entry, but that's the sort of stuff that you learn after the first hit and you're watching the replay and you're planning your second hit is, hey, where are the bombs and how can I get to them? And if they're all stacked up on one side of the base, it makes your entry point just totally obvious and you really don't even have to think about it. So 3 golems come down for a whole lot of tanking. Really, really super nice wide funnel there because you used 3 golems. Down comes the jump spell to give access to 5 compartments there. Poisons where the golems are going to stack up. King comes in super late because the funnel was so wide, so he doesn't get a lot of damage on him. Let the golems do all the tanking. There's the first double set, and there's the second double set. Super easy. So that pretty much just picking up the bombs is really what determined the entry point. All 4 of them there on the same side. And I'm not saying that that's, super common, and it is kind of bad base building, especially with the queen in the center being able to pick it all up from one side. But if that's what they give you, then just go ahead and take it. It's super obvious. It's easy. Just do it. There's the cleanup. Lots of hogs left over. Queen survived. Cleanup wizard on the left. Easy, easy stuff. So props to the person who, I guess, scouted it first and found all the bombs. Because they probably didn't come in from that side, but Biscuit took advantage of that. This was a pretty awesome base and attack. I guess I was supposed to scout curve. Oh well. With these little kind of channels right in here, I can only click on walls, but these channels are kind of meant to like cause funneling problems. But really, if you know what you're doing, they just allow you entry into the base, so you don't have to use wall breakers. So I'm not a big fan of this style at all. What can we see here? So Ezreal does a queen walk here, starting at noon and going counterclockwise, eventually kind of using this channel to his advantage and entering right there. And then the bottom comes a golem and a bunch of Valkyries to head straight into the base. And this base is pretty symmetrical and very, very even. So the big question is, do you enter on the left side here where that elixir storage and the king is, or do you enter on the right side here where that elixir storage and the mortar is? And ultimately, I don't think it would really, really matter, but I do like the left side better because that's where the king is. So the king is naturally, even though there's a funnel into the base and you don't even need to wall break, the king will still help naturally aggro your troops into the base there. And then the second thing is with the queen walk coming down the left side here, if the queen had come to the right side, she would face the clan castle at some point, probably need a rage poison, and then eventually come down this right side and engage the queen, at which point she may or may not have her ability, which could spell death. So the left side was just safer. So Hog came down there and got a partial lure on the clan castle, which is always why I say recommend 2 hogs, but didn't happen there. Poison comes down, kill the minions, very slow going in the beginning. Everything walks forward. And because the queen aggroed onto the storage and not the loons, has to bust the ability right away to not get off 2 loon drops, which would have killed the queen. So with this base too, I mean, whichever way the queen walked, you could have done it either way probably, because it was so symmetrical, but I think the left side was safer. A couple hogs come down to kill off that archer tower to really force the queen and the wizard there on the army camp to double insure. Queen goes ahead and starts walking. Zoom out a little bit here. Baby dragon comes down at the bottom to help with that funneling into the elixir storage, and it gets a cannon, which was some nice extra value. And here you can see the queen is about to get raged up. Boom, there's the rage. And so when she starts to go in here and go to the right, if she'd entered on the right hand side over here, then the queen probably would have killed her. But because they entered on the left side, it was okay. And there's the king. Because the funnel was nice and large, the Valks did head in. But again, the king is there and was kind of an extra safety net type thing. Boom, there go all the Valks. Queen enters in. Valks smack down the queen. Break through the wall. Rage the core. Done for. There goes the core. Goodbye. Some hogs come in, speed this up. Heal spell there for the hogs. Probably unnecessary. Could have swagged it, but we like to make sure. And there you go. So it's just little things like that that you're looking for. And very, very last is number 19 here. Sleeper's Hit. This base, it was kind of a bad base design, especially for the bombs, but made for a very, very obvious entry point. The bombs, for whatever reason, are right here next to the clan castle, 2 of them, and on the exact opposite side of the base is 2 of them are up in this compartment. So, super obvious entry point down here. Picking up 2 bombs, picking up the clan castle, and there's the queen. So you get all of that in one place. It's kind of a no-brainer. And then the backside, he just suicides a couple hogs to this archer tower, and then they path over the mortar. Boom, double bomb eliminated. I also like this. A lot of people struggled with this clan castle kill because everything happens so fast. As soon as you drop a troop, the clan castles come out. Boom. So he pre-drops the poisons. In goes the golem. They just sit in the poison and they kill themselves. It was actually really, really nice. Good job. And even with the loons, baby dragon there, splash damage. One golem took maybe half and the other took maybe a quarter. So totally fine. Everything heads in. Golems are doing lots and lots of tanking. Sadly, they didn't go to the left, but it's okay. King heads in, uses ability, takes out the queen. And here come the hogs. He was a tiny bit slow on hog deployment. He was trying to do some surgical type stuff, and really you just need to spam them all once the bombs are eliminated. There's the ones at the top. They path over, trigger the double. Heal spells as needed. And the golems did actually quite a bit of work there. Got through a wall, I think. And finished up the skeletons, finished up the king, and now it's just cleanup. So pretty obvious entry point on that one. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. I tried to pick ones that were more easy to identify, especially for myself since I didn't plan pretty much most of these attacks. But yeah, enter, pick up a bomb, pick up the clan castle, pick up the queen. Those are all major objectives. Easy win. I hope you guys like that. I kept it kind of short on the 3 stars because I had to go into a little bit more detail on each one. And I don't like these recaps running super long, especially in the not stellar wars. But again, to reiterate in the beginning, let me know if you guys like these war recaps, if you guys get value out of them. I think they're a little bit more exciting with the themes that I've been trying to do. But if you guys hate them, if they're boring, I'll stop doing them and I'll put my effort and focus into other areas that are more exciting. So let me know. Thanks, guys.